Today I'm going to be talking about food deserts. A food desert is an area where finding healthy food is very difficult if not impossible. This is the general definition accepted by people. After that, things can get a little crazy. Different groups add different endings to their definitions. Some people say that it matters how far someone has to travel to attain the healthy food. The distance traveled varies from source to source, but it's generally held around a mile. The major issues with food deserts are that because there is little to no healthy food available, people tend to choose the unhealthy options, which lead to higher rates of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes, some of the most devastating health issues in America. The biggest causes of food deserts are and were the economic shift to the suburbs. When the majority of the white shift to the suburbs happened, it left businesses in a lurch because of the people left in the cities were the lower class and low income populations. This forced the supermarkets and grocery stores to move closer to the suburbs and therefore closer to the money. Food deserts are a concept that are still not widely accepted. There is a constant debate on whether they exist or not. Because of this, it means there is not a ton of research or solutions presented so far. For a problem that was first introduced in 1990, there's not been enough done to solve the actual problem instead of putting a band-aid on it. In Minneapolis, the city passed an initiative that required all convenience and corner stores to carry fresh produce and fruit. This is a major leap forward that can be taken as an example for the rest of the country. Another example of a group is the American Community Garden Association. Their goal is to set up and support community gardens in both rural and urban areas to provide fresh, inexpensive produce. A staggering 8% of African Americans live in a census tract with a supermarket, compared to 31% of whites. Low-income zip codes have 30% more convenience stores and corner markets than middle-income zip codes. Residents in rural counties live more than 10 miles from a supermarket on average. So far, there is very little that is being done to combat on a permanent scale the issues of food deserts. As previously mentioned, there are a few groups that are trying to make a change, but their efforts are not very widespread. What would help the cause is for there to be a national recognition of the issues by the government. This would mean that more people become aware of the situation and are able to help solve the issues at hand. Another solution that has been presented is the idea of using refrigerated trucks to help in the process of delivering fresh items to the food deserts. This method is being used by organizations such as Second Harvest Food Bank, Peaches and Greens, and Garden on the Go. Garden on the Go makes 16 weekly stops in various areas in and around Indiana University where they accept food stamps as a payment form. There is always more that can be done to help. The best thing you can do to help is to look for food deserts around the area that you live in and find an organization that is trying to make a difference.